that good fella radio, just waiting to be escorted in. You know what I mean? We over at Rutgers University and all that. You already know how I'm doing. Big shout out to Jesse McGuire for setting this interview up. You know what I mean? Stay tuned. Peace.
You worked a lot.
My birthday, you know what I mean? What better way to celebrate it than promoting music and doing a radio interview?
That has to be
good fella.
Quite. It has to be something of another stature because Corey is the heir to.
Big shout out to SignMyCheck.com. Big shout out to TRIBORO. Big shout out to Christian Cruz. We just did a fat video shoot. Yeah, I said fat. We using 90s slang. You feel me? We did a fat video shoot this past Saturday for our record called Video Game. Amazing. You know what I mean? Can't wait for you to see that. You know what I mean? I got a special scene in there, you know what I mean? A sexy scene, that's the first time. You know what I mean? You know, white people looking at me like, what you talking about? You know what I mean? But, you know, stay tuned, that's a dope video. There's a lot going on. I got a couple videos coming out, working on that. Did Not Forget You, Willie Cobb shooting that. Also working on My Way. I'm gonna have Cap Nil shoot that. We gotta set that date up. Also, just this end, I'm gonna do a record with Dan Bars. We're doing a video for Flashback. You know what I mean? That's a dope club record. I ain't even hear that yet. That been released. It's a banger. A lot going on, you know what I mean? You know, I'm just waiting to get interview parts, so I'm just sipping on some water. Stay tuned.
I'd say that's it. Good fella radio show. Got my man ELUS in the building. What's going on, homie?
Yes, sir. It's your boy. Hello. Hip Hop Savior.
ELUS, bro. Am I allowed to say this on air?
Yeah, you can put. That's the Monopoly money. That's my.
Why you blew it up? I was gonna have the ladies storming in here.
Alright.
My man brought me $1,000.
That's right.
Thank you.
That's how we do it.
Rent is late, so I'm gonna see if this works with my landlord.
Happy to help. Happy to help.
To redeem prize. I love
can I have your number so just in case my landlord doesn't agree with this, I have to call you and maybe we'll find out what bank this is acceptable in.
Not a problem.
Now, ELUS, you said you corrected me earlier. It is short for elusive.
That's correct.
Was that the previous name, or it's always been?
It's always been ELUS, but it just stands for elusive. You know, I always shortened it though.
Okay, now, if I'm not mistaken, you're a New York native, correct?
That's correct. Birthplace of hip hop, Bronx native. BX.
Wow, we got,
big shout out to Germs too. You know what I mean? Holding down. You know.
Are you guys familiar with one another? Or this is the first
Actually, he's from my cousin's block. We never met.
Wow. Q, we booked him
never met.
The same proximity.
Word up. You know, that's that Bronx love. You know what I mean?
That's rare in the internet era because now everybody's coming from everywhere.
Man.
I mean, like the kid down the block raps for me. I did not know that. But it's good to like I told him, it's like you know when you go to a certain college and you try to go to a business school or whatnot, and if you come from that college, it's always like, you got to be a good kid. You came from this college, you know?
Yeah.
When you come from the Bronx, it's almost like you got to be a great rapper. You came from the Bronx.
Definitely. But at the same time, you know what I mean, we never really had light. Like, we had KRS, we had Big Pun, and that's probably where it stops. Like, you know, it's just like, you know, now we getting light again. Big shout out to Fred the Godson, too. You know what I mean?
Fred is
that's the big brother right there.
Fred is I mean, not only the Bronx, but I could say that the Northeast. He's really,
definitely, but he repped the BX though.
No, I would never take anything with BX. But no, we actually recall meeting Fred for the first time, and it was almost like Q and I were at a magazine show. It was like to save this magazine company, and Fred came through with about 12, 15 guys.
All right. 5
chains.
That's that TBM movement.
I was like, we're big fans of hip hop. We remember the 90s to 2000s where entourages were cool. But then that stopped somewhere when the internet era came and the backpack rappers, because they didn't really have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
And they wasn't letting them in. But he really fits that New York persona very well. Definitely. Now, moving along to you, coming from the South Bronx, do you ever feel like you have to fit that stigma, or that because I'm from the South Bronx or I'm from New York, I gotta go hard, or I gotta spit it some certain way?
Well, me, I'm just me. You know, I'm real. You know, I don't try to fit a persona or fit an image. I love hip hop. You know, I'm a lover of hip hop. I'm a student of it, and that's how I portray myself. You know, I'm about positivity. You feel what I'm saying? I show love. I get love. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm about. It's not portraying. This is a lifestyle. You know what I mean? I've been doing it since I was about 12, so it's a lifestyle.
All right. Now, I don't want to shortchange you, because when you say it as a lifestyle, you DJ'd, you came into the game as a DJ.
That's correct.
And now you work as a recording engineer and an artist as well, correct?
Yes.
In today's climate, you're wearing many hats, but that's almost something that's required, right?
Definitely. And I'm kind of psycho with it, so it's like the many hats actually calms me. It's like if I'm doing one thing, it's not satisfying to me. I need to do multiple things.
Hold on, when you say you're psycho, like when you're recording somebody's album, are you giggling in the corner?
Nah.
And then when you're rapping, you're stern, is that?
Nah, I'm sane, but I mean, I just need to do multiple things, you know? That makes me comfortable. You know what I mean? I have to be active.
Now enlighten me, because, I mean, at least to this campus or anyone here who doesn't know you, you started off very humble in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Hip hop was the soundtrack of preference.
Right.
How'd you go from just being a DJ into the music thing? Like, I'm sure that had to be a transition within itself.
It was a transition. I mean, I just love music. You know, I DJ'd. Big shout out to Red Rock, and rest in peace, Megatron. Okay. That was his manager, actually. I did my first house party for Red Rock back in 225th Street, uptown in the Bronx, and
we naming blocks, Q.
I'm a Bronx native. That's what I do. You know what I mean?
$1,000 and friends.
That's what I do.
I need more boys like you. House party, where it's at?
You know, 225th, right there on White Plains.
I mean, they still rocking there or what?
Nah.
Are you gonna be on the
real talk? The cops shut it down. There was like 200 people in the joint. You know what I mean? I'm like 13 at the time.
And you went in.
Had Cavassier and all that. It was crazy.
Was it for the first time?
First time I DJ'd a house party.
You like a grown man. Like,
yeah, it was official though. You know what I mean? That's that VX love, like I said, you know?
Wow, Q, I mean, I didn't see Vinyl Styles about, what, 17, 18?
Really?
Yeah, I mean, this dude's drinking Cavassier spinning
at
13. Party.
At
13.
Bro, it was love.
You're like, you OG now, you good?
It was love.
All right, my man, Lil Fruit, he's good. You all right?
Here's some Cavassier. Wow, that's real.
Wow.
So you took the swig and then you did that face.
I had to really pass it to my cousin. I'm not a drinker, so it's like, you know what I mean?
Snuck it. He poured some and said,
couple
oh
sips
my
is
God.
too strong, you know what I mean? I'm 13. Like, crazy, yo.
Yeah, that's real, man. I mean, that had to be one of the realest stories I ever seen. When I was 13, I was watching Tom and Jerry and
Bobby's World.
Cavassier. I mean, my life was never that wild. So, I mean, shout out to you. I mean, I guess when I have my child, what I'm saying is I'm going to get me a nice Puerto Rican chick, wild and violent, take her to the South Bronx, and do that with my son. Hit him with Cavassier at 12, 11.
Go ahead, drink that.
Drink that and play this. He'll be drunk as hell on DJ on the ones and twos.
Your mix sound weak, boy.
All right, now after the DJ thing, you go into music. I'm guessing that at some point that transition came, and did it come soon, or I mean, as it was a more recent, or was it?
It was a merger. I always wrote. I started doing poetry. You know, the background is crazy. It's very eclectic. I did poetry. I did the Grace Dodge Poetry Festival. I met Amir B. Baraka, a lot of deaf poets from the HBO special.
Okay.
Right before they did it.
Wow.
And you know, I was always a writer. Then I, you know, got into being a rapper. People liked how I rap, so it just became something that I had to feed them with, and I became good at it over time, you know?
You know what? I'd always prefer that story over the... I probably shouldn't say this because I've interviewed so many people that I come across the story often, but it's like, yo, my rhymes were really whack, but I kept giving it to my peoples and giving it to... It was almost like by demand, you were like, all right, well...
Well, don't get into... To me, I'm a hard critic. I felt like, you know, when I started, I was weak, you feel me? But... You know, I never was whack though. Humbly, I'm gonna just be real.
Well,
I never was whack though.
Poetry and hip hop go hand in hand.
Yeah.
There's no secret to that.
Definitely.
When you saw what was going on with the whole deaf poetry thing, and you knew some of the poets, did you feel for a moment like, yo, you know what? I might want to try to get involved with that. That could have been me getting down with that.
Somewhat, but I don't hold a regret. You know what I mean? Because truthfully, I believe that music was the calling. You know, and rap is poetry, you know what I mean? It's just a form of it. It's just a rhythm with it, you know? We could dance and party, we could nod our head to it. That's the only difference, but it's still poetry, you feel what I'm saying?
All right, well, we'll come back with a lot more with ELUS.
Gotcha.
We got music. I want to discuss, You did mention Onyx and how they influenced your earlier careers. I want to get into that because I'm a huge fan of Onyx as well. All
right,
Goodfella Radio Show. Call us up 732-445-9300. We're gonna cut to
Not a problem. Not a problem. Glad I could help, B. Word up.
Well, I mean, spread love. It's the South Bronx way.
That's what it is.
Before we went on there, we were talking about before we dashed off. I did mention Onyx. Q and I are complete opposites. Q is very in tune with the earlier years of hip hop, and I'm more forward thinking, and I'm really embracing what's going on right now. But Q told me, yo, do yourself a favor, listen to the early years of hip hop, really like the first 3 or 4 years of the '90s, and once you got that, you got it all.
Definitely.
And I remember seeing Onyx, I was really going through it chronologically and and when Onyx jumped in the scene, it was like, wow.
They had a movement, that energy.
It was energy, it was raw, it was something that represented the streets, but in its most, it's what Waka Flocka is known for now. It's what DMX was known for when he had his run in the late 90s and early 2000s. They were the first to do that, and really wear it because Def Jam was so good at packaging it. What influence did it have on your career?
What, the Onyx? I mean, I love Sticky. Just the energy. I mean, I'm a product of hip-hop, so it's not one influence, but that was like one of my first videos I remember seeing, the Slam joint. Slam, let the boys be boys. And that, it didn't make me want to be a rapper, but it definitely made me fall in love with hip-hop. You feel what I'm saying? That didn't make me want to be a rapper. I'm not gonna lie, it didn't make me want to do it.
That made you want to hip hop mosh, though.
Yeah, it made me want to fall in love with hip hop. Because prior to that, I couldn't listen to it. Yeah. It was like I was banned from listening to hip hop. I used to steal my pop's tapes and all that.
Really? Remember these moves right here? They used to do the crazy kung fu arm movements when they was performing. He's the one. He's the missing. You know what I mean? No, I'm telling you, it got me excited because it was like ABC rap too. Like, I'm not saying it was simpletons, but it was very easy to digest.
Yeah, easy to follow.
Exactly.
What was the interview we seen, Q? Who was the
Fab Five Freddy?
Fab Five Freddy. We seen a classic MTV interview, but Fab Five Freddy got mushed about 5 times by Sticky and other. They was all snuffing him, and he was like, "We'll be back." He just had no clue how to handle them. So I mean, every time I think of Onyx, I think of that. Now, you brought up a pretty interesting point. You said, you were banned from listening to hip hop?
Yeah, I was actually banned. Remember, at this time I was about 6 or 7.
You was doing your own thing. You was paying rent at like 12, according to what?
But when I was younger, I couldn't listen to it. I was strictly old school R&B. What my mother listened to. That was about it. And I found my pop's tapes. He was into hip hop. I'm like, what's this? And then since then you couldn't take me away. I was staying up late night. See, this is before the internet, yo. They had the radio. It was like 10 o'clock at night. We had 2 hours for hip hop. I used to stay up late, dubbing over tapes. You used to put the tissue in the tape. They used to call that pause tapes. I'm a school y'all. You know what I mean? The listeners, not y'all. Y'all already know what it is. But you feel me? They used to have pause tapes.
You could do that with the VCR too.
This is before MP3s and before CDs, you know what I mean? So I used to stay up late and give it out in school. That's how I became a DJ. I used to give out the tapes. Wow. From yo, because I used to be staying up. 10 o'clock is late for a kid.
Very late. That was like your world. You get to stay up till 10.
Yo, he was really doing big things.
I was sneaking,
way before his time.
Yo, he was having Cavassier sleeping at 10, man. I was in bed at 8:30, man.
I'm a hip hop head, man, for real.
Boosting mixtapes at 9. It was just
Real talk.
ELUS, I don't know.
But I was giving them out. I ain't think profit. Man, I wish I would have thought that.
You might be in the wrong business, boy.
What you were doing was creating a niche market for your future endeavors.
Definitely.
People affiliated you with new music and being exclusive and being wild and daring for staying up till 10.
Word.
With Cavassier.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was late on. That was a little late.
I just want to mix them together.
We got a wild image of him staying up at 8 years old with Cavassier DJing while listening to his pops DVDs and Dirty Magazine collection.
That might be that's your new cover right there. You got to get yourself a little 8-year-old nappy head kid with a DJ set and the Cavassier spinning on the joint.
Word.
Now, all right, Elus, I want to make sure that, we're having such a good time with you. You do have a very rich history, so I wanted to make sure we got into that.
No doubt.
Now, fast forward, you are part of a 3-man group.
TRIBORO. Big shout out Sean Khan from Queens and Fresh Air from Harlem. And I represent the boogie, as y'all know.
Okay, that's how we get the name, obviously. Now, is the group the only thing you're a part of, or you do have the solo career as well?
Well, yeah, definitely. I'm a solo artist first and foremost. I'm never gonna stop that, but definitely the group is what I'm a part of. That's what I represent.
Okay, now this project that you have here, or the music that you've given us, is from what project exactly?
That's actually 2 projects. My solo project, which is a best of, The Mind of a Con Genius, is stuff from about 2003 to present. I have an extensive library. And the TRIBORO mixtape, we actually released it on Valentine's Day. It's for the ladies.
Woo!
You know what I mean?
That's me.
But fellas, y'all can enjoy that too. Bump it with your lady, bump it in the car.
It's for the ladies.
It's TRIBORO with love.
It's for Justin too.
But I'm saying y'all can bump that too. You know what I mean? Your lady,
I'm trying to bump it to get to the lady.
Listen, as long as I'm bumping something,
that's what it is.
Double up. Double up.
Swag. All right, so the first joint we're gonna get into, what's the name of it again?
What You Know About Me. It features Fred the Godson and Goods.
Okay, now your relationship with Fred, or is that something that's tight knit because he was?
Everybody in the Bronx messes with me. I'm very good in the Bronx. Like as far as like the Bronx, I'm a celebrity.
So if I ever have problems in the Bronx,
definitely holla at ELUS. Oh, you know ELUS?
Or I just know? I can't like hit you out. Can I know him?
Yeah, you just say, oh, you know ELUS? All right, she good money.
All right, hold up, I got it. I'm gonna give you a scenario. So I'm trying to get a dub in the BX, right?
Oh, they definitely.
And I only got 14 yuckets, and I tell my man, stay in the whip. Don't come out here with the snapback and the funny face. They will slap you. Stay right here. I'm gonna go get you a 40. I go out, my 14 yucks, and I'm like, yo, let me get a 40. And he's like, only 14 bucks here, partner. ELUS sent me to get this right here.
Oh,
yeah, yo, give him a half. Oh, man, yo, tell him I said what's up. You got to get back to me on that feature.
Yo, man, don't wait. You got consignment, homie. You good, baby.
He fronts me in an entire advance. No record label.
It's real talk. They love me in the Bronx, you know what I mean? I show love, man. That's what it's about.
You know what's funny is that is actually an original hip hop format of just showing love out of the pure sincerity of the love for the art form. And it's funny that it's almost come back to that now. Right. That the business format, it's not dying, it's just in different revenue streams. But as far as artists on the come up, it seems like more people are embracing one another nowadays.
Because they realize, hey, if I'm going to win, I might have to mess with you. I might have to, because it's strength in numbers. You know what I mean? Why would I try to pull crabs in the bucket? We've been through that. We've seen what happened. You know what I mean? So let's move forward. It's about love. It's about unity. You see movements now. Now you seeing it.
So Fred on the track. Who else on the track?
And Goods. URL battle rapper.
Okay.
He had a song with Swiss Beats in 2006. Breathe on him. He's well known in the battle circuit now, though.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you're listening to 90.3 The Core. Call us up 732-445-9300. We're gonna get into this joint, and this might be a crazy question, but I always have to ask.
What's up?
Do you freestyle rap?
Of course. I'm in the Guinness World Record for world's longest rap site for promoting positivity. Word up.
Wow.
Well, there we go.
All right. So what I need from you is not Guinness numbers, but can you do the strongest 16 ever without a beat?
Sure.
Acapella fella.
Sure, acapella. So that's no beat. You already know me.
Oh, hold up, ELUS. Hold up.
I was getting hyped.
I know.
He's always ready. He's always ready.
Good.
I
was gonna let it go.
Can I tell you something?
Hold on.
I must go. I mean, we here at Goodfella Radio must go through at least every 15 artists that we ask that question. They're like,
see, I don't understand that. Why you do that as a rapper? If you're a rapper, rap.
That's like telling your uncle who fixes cars for a living, or your cousin that comes here like, yo, fix my back line.
Right, that's what you do.
I don't know if I can do that right now.
I don't understand
you have to
that.
give me 3 hours to
man,
prep.
that's crazy. To fix your back line, man. I mean, yo, hold on, man. Let me look at my little, chart here of other haircuts and make sure I got the right back line cut.
That's crazy to me, man.
Well, I mean, we're in a whole other stage. We'll be back on Goodfella Radio. Oh, yeah, applauding indeed. What you just heard there is TRIBORO. Representative of the TRIBORO is our good friend that here this evening. ELUS.
Hello.
The name of the song was called Game Called Life.
That's right.
And we also came back from an ELUS joint featuring the homie Fred the Godson.
And Goods.
That's right.
And Goods. The name of the song is called What You Know About Me. I want to talk about the TRIBORO track, but you told me outside that there was a line within Fred's verse that actually correlated to what was going on in the studio at the time.
My homie Loose on the chorus. I'm spitting out of this world while chewing on some Orbit. While we was writing the record, he asked me for some gum. If anybody knows me personally, you know I mess with Orbit gum. So I had an Orbit for him, and he wrote that line. So it's just clever, like, you know, cleverness
So,
like that.
Did you not get it until he spit it in the booth?
No, I got it right when he wrote it.
No, I know, but like, did you get to see when he wrote it, like literally wrote it, or when he spit it?
When he spit it in the booth, yeah, because it was, you know, he's quiet when he write. He just write and keep it to himself. You feel me? He's not out, you know, spitting and he's just ready to record, ready to knock it out. So it was a surprise when he spit the verse. I'm like, oh, that's clever though. That's witty. You know what I mean?
Damn. I mean, question. Whenever you're in, I mean, I'm not a rapper, but I always get this vibe. Whenever I see cats like who when I think of Andre 3000, Lupe's a beast. Can't really think of a lot off the top, but some artists when they jump on a track, it's almost like game over for the track. Are there times you as someone who takes that into heavy consideration? Is there some guys that you're like, I gotta go heavy in this one, or?
Nah, it's funny because with competition, I feel like it's within. If I compete with myself, I'm only gonna get better. And that's kind of, I guess, the key to my success. I don't compete, you know, it's not competition. I'm competing with myself. What have I done and how can I get better? So if I continue to get better, there's no competition, you know? And I think more artists should be that way. Stop competing, because otherwise you're going to compromise your own art. And that's kind of what happens.
Listening to 90.3 The Core, RLCW, VPH in Piscataway. Goodfella Radio Show. Yep. And this right here, I said this right here, is a GoodfellaMedia.com exclusive. Fella, my man ELUS, South Boogie representative. Go in.
Live from Goodfella in Piscataway. Uh-oh, the camera went that away. If you can't see me live, you see me rhyme. You see me nice. I'm CB4 one time. CB5. You see me? Ride. It's kind of weird, right? How I flow. Flow, you know. Give and go like a basketball coach or a basketball goal. Swish like Nikes. I need my check. I need my Monopoly money. Might be $1,000 for the rent paid. You already know my wit sharp like switchblades. I tell you, Fred the God, he said, orbit and chewing. Now I don't even know what I'm doing. I might be dunking or flowing. You win. Or you lose. It's a lose. They're not following the flow. It's kind of oddie. I said adios, but I'm not going nowhere. I'm right here. And Black, what up? It's the Go Radio. I see you. Goodfella Radio. I see you. Everybody, I see you. What up? On the TV. Hold on, in due time, man. See, I reply with overdue grinding. See, every second that I rest my head, I must get fed. Hold on, my stomach keep growling. Rather starve than harvest for sleep. Sleep the cousin of death and don't know me. See, I'm alive like Johnny 5, the verse Wade. Now, whackness can't do like sliding the first base. Hip-hop can't do it, bringing it first place. The Bronx, witness alive, do no tape. With the students of the game 30 minutes before 8. I rep that New York, I carry the whole state. I'm in Jersey, other coast from Goldgate. That's LA.
It's just rapping, my friend. It's just bars and beats, you know? Hey, CG. You know what? You're certified genius, my friend.
I can relate to Dr. King, though. I live for a dream, though. I live through my people. Can't wait for the sequel. Cause see, yo, life's a movie not rated. Oscar nominations, I hope we all make it. Pay no mind to the patient. I want mine hastily. My thoughts so crazy. Hit the mind of the patient. But wait, where the doc at? Ascension, time to take off like a rocket. Gems pull them out from my top hat, but must I mention, I'm no magician. I'm in art and my recordings listen. So I embed a message when I record this one. Keep my eyes on the prize in distance. Love come from the one, many loved ones distant.